So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Here we go. Right 18.
Now a first down throw. Romo. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll fake the give. Now Romo. And finding Fedorowicz. And he'll be taken down deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on it.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Butler. And a big turn. This offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. And now out comes Houston. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now Romo. Right back for Marshall. This time it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts it towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves down.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now it's Romo finding time. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Howie Long in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Colts So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. 2nd and 10. Romo once more. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. 3rd down here. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jacob Shum now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but almost one day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like big.
You talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just...
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Pardon me, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. So the football will be at the 25-yard line. As this offense gets set to take over. And now out comes Houston. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. We'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now Romo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down. Romo. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A huge play there for Houston. 51 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Ready, left 35.
On 1st down, it's Romo. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And now out comes Houston. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. Brandon, we did watch him play well on tape last week, and it was a lot of fun to watch, and he put together some nice numbers, some really nifty plays, and he's doing it again this week, and what I'm seeing is the rest of his team starting to rise in confidence as well.
Rubbing off a little bit?
I think so, and I think that they're buying into him. They believe in him as their leader, which means that they're going to play better, try to make some better plays for him. I think we've seen that throughout this contest.
Those numbers certainly back you up. And pass. Yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Flushed out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
On second down, Ryan Matthews. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Their big-bodied receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line...
The interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. And now out comes Houston. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted it. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Romo going to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They come out here in the eye, and they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go now.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still...
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Texans going up against the Cardinals. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Romo. He's got time. And Miller with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Romo now to throw. Looking deep downfield. And oh, what a catch there by Marshall. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The linebacker, Junior Gillette, in on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And Gresham's got it over the middle. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with the tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd gone to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
3rd down and 5.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
To throw again, it's Palmer. And that is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it brings up 4th down. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the Cardinal field goal. From the left hash. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the Cardinal field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and they will take him. Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Romo now to throw it. Dancing to his left. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
3rd and 2, it's Romo. And finding Fedorowicz. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before that. They'll fake the give. Now Romo. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Romo here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's Romo. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The drive, 3rd and a yard. Romo looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one, but incomplete. Again, they were targeting Marshall there, and it's 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have
yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. 23 yards on the play. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On 1st down, it's Romo. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
10th carry now for Ryan Matthews. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So it goes down. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll power his way up near the 25. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
Offense.
Here we go on 1st and 15. Romo now to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Golden in there to drop him for his 5th. So we're in the 3rd quarter. We'll see how this defense handles the upcoming drive as the offense takes over with a 1st and 10. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
Now Palmer on 3rd and long. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans take possession. Possession coming up here. This defense, they've been tested all game long. Now they'll look to protect this slim 4th quarter lead. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. Now it's Palmer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed. Yeah, you're right. The sink just wasn't there.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and... Perhaps one more stop could do it for this defense. They'll head out here with a 2-score lead in tow in this 4th quarter. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Now Palmer. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds
under pressure, they got him again. Ed Too-Tall Jones in there to drop him. And that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now Palmer to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Now Palmer trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys... spot to be in for this defense. They'll head back out, protecting a big lead here in this 4th quarter of play. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And Davis with it left side. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he's able to get this one down to the... yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. Wright's got it. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw again, it's Palmer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play action. It's Palmer. Finding time. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the